All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate all the content that I share and the effort I put into these videos. And to stay tuned on in towards the end of the video, because I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys that pulled back downwards. It's slightly consolidated, and we want to watch carefully if it pulls back a little bit more or kind of stays within that area, and it's starting to look like an opportunity to watch. So you definitely want to stay tuned on in for all that information. But let's jump on into Ocgn, Ocugen Inc. So Ocugen Inc. had a nice jump here from $8 up to $10.79, kind of sit sideways, and now it's pulling downwards, and we're sitting back at $8.53, the $8 range. So I want you guys to be aware that $8 way down here, which I just round that down to $8, or the $7.90 range, is your next support beyond where we're at right now. This stock is pulling downwards, and it's breaking through support levels every single day, and it's been fighting to try to hold itself up, but the bears have been dominating. So here we have the 50-day moving average of 893. You want to keep that in mind. 893, anything below it is bearish, anything above it is bullish. So I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware of that, but we are sitting in bearish territory, and the bulls definitely need to break through that to reach newer highs and gain that leverage of being in bullish territory. But let's look at our support and resistance. So our support down here based off the lowest point of the day, and it's currently sitting at 853, is 842. If 842 gets broken through, this could be on its way down to newer lows, new support levels, and we need to watch it carefully on how quickly is it pulling downwards. Are the bulls trying to reappear and bring it back up, or are the bears dominating and pulling that one down? You definitely want to keep that in mind and watch that carefully. Now, our resistance is up here at 871. Now, if 871 gets broken through, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that that does not signify that the bulls have gained control. That is the first step of the bulls pushing upwards, building momentum to work their way closer to the 50-day moving average of 893 to then get back into bullish territory. But that's the first stepping stone that needs to be broken through. So I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that this resistance level is where we know where the momentum is going, and it can give us some insight on where the stock is going and if the bulls are getting one step closer to their goal by breaking through every resistance level on its way up till it gets to 893. As always, guys, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned to the end because I do have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss, and you definitely want to have it on your watch list. It's part of the EV sector, and the EV sector is the future. And when you're investing in the future, no pun intended, you're investing for tomorrow. So stay tuned for all the information. All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. And all I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and stay tuned on in for all that we have to cover. Let's jump right into it. So I have here the website to ChargePoint CHPT stock, and I definitely recommend every single viewer and investor to go check it out. It'll tell you much more information on the company, but I love their slogan right here. The electric revolution is here, and that is so true. It is here. It's just getting started. And you want to be aware that when you're investing in the EV sector, whether it's the cars or the charging stations, you're investing in the future. So it's going to take time to see your returns really grow to their full potential. Now, a lot of investors will look at this chart and say, well, we're sitting at $24 and it hit a high here of $50. Yeah, it hit a high there because of the speculation and hype because of the merger. This is a SPAC merger. You always want to remember that. But Charging Point has an opportunity to get a market share and a piece of the pie of the bigger picture. So I mentioned this one over at the Patreon this weekend, and this is what I said. And if you guys want to know what stocks I'm watching weekly, you can join us over at the Patreon. It will be down below the link in the comment section. It will be the pinned comment that I'll have there down below. So I basically said everyone focuses on the EV car makers, but forget to focus on the source that can give the EV cars the fuel and drive it needs to perform its purpose, which are charging stations. ChargePoint is one to watch, especially that we saw it in the most recent pullback, how it reached below $20. It reached $19. I posted about a snapshot of the chart, which you can see up here. If it can reach below those numbers or touch them again, it will be something to pay close attention to. ChargePoint is not the industry leader, but it will get its piece of the pie when it comes to the market share in charging stations. Okay, that's going to be a big deal in the future. This is the future gas stations. You always want to remember what is going to give the fuel to these EV cars, and it's these charging stations. Yes, you can charge from home, but charging stations will charge cars much faster, and as batteries get more improved and developed, they're going to become so much better that you can actually stop at a charging station and not feel like you're stuck there for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Now, this is my question to those of you that own an EV car or know someone that owns an EV car, and I want to ask you guys, how dreadful is it to stop at a charging station right now in these times? I know people that have stopped, and then they do like little, stories on their Instagram or Snapchat, and they go ahead and they post, man, we all hate ourselves, or like they post something like just being sarcastic, and it's a whole line of Teslas at a Tesla charging station just waiting for their cars to charge, which takes about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. When charging stations can start charging in 5 to 10 minutes, it's going to change the game. And not only that, but people charge at home because they have time to charge at home, because they go to work, they come back, they leave it charging overnight, and at some point that's going to get kind of redundant and it won't be necessary anymore. When charging stations will be out there, you can just stop and get your 5-minute charge, and it's going to give you enough for the next day or next 2 days instead of charging slowly at home. And it's just going to be a shift. There's going to be a transition once batteries get improved, charging stations get improved, and the time becomes less and less. It's just going to be so much more convenient than having to charge overnight. And especially if you're traveling, it's going to be so much more convenient. So that's going to be a big deal. ChargePoint is going to have a piece of its pie. So definitely check out the website. That is one thing I do recommend, so you could see everything about it. And I also want to pull up here another picture of a screenshot that I took. And a lot of people would probably be a little bit concerned about their financials. And that's why I stated earlier, this is where you need to realize that you are investing, right, in the future. And ChargePoint is an electric vehicle infrastructure company based in Campbell, California. ChargePoint operates the largest online network of independently owned EV charging stations operating in 14 countries and makes the technology used in it. So I want you guys to be aware that they're the largest online network, but they're not the largest charging stations. Okay, there's other companies that it's competing with, but like I said, it's going to get its piece of the pie. The financials right now will never look so strong because, like I said earlier, how many people do you guys know that feel that dreadfulness when it comes to charging their cars? Now, my other question is, how many people do you know that own an EV car? Do you own an EV car? And that's where you got to realize that you're investing in something that hasn't even maximized its potential yet. It's just getting started. So this is the time to start watching this stock. I mean, the closer it gets anywhere below $20, the more attractive I believe it looks. This does have potential. We already saw it reach up to 50. For all that, it can probably break out through that in the near future. But, one thing is you need to be prepared to always believe that you're investing in the future. You're not investing in now. You got to think about how many people own cars and how many people need charging stations right now. But then you also got to think, well, how many people will own EV cars and will need charging stations, not now, but later? And that's where you're going to find out why this has so much potential. And this is definitely a stock you need to have on your watch list moving forward. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.